Hiya, I'm Bruce Fummey. It's the 26th of January and welcome to today's episode of This Day in Scottish History. Today, I'm below Edinburgh Castle, the home of the 1 o'clock gun. Now, I actually would have liked to take you inside Edinburgh Castle and stood next to the 1 o'clock gun. The problem is, it's 17 quid to get in there, and until I find a way to fund this exercise, we're going to be doing a lot of these outside places rather than inside. Anyway, the reason I've brought you here today is because on this day in 1861 was the first time they fired the Edinburgh 1 o'clock gun. Now, I think everyone in Scotland knows about the 1 o'clock gun. I know myself, when I was growing up as a bairn in Perth, I always used to worry about the guy whose house lived in the line of that 1 o'clock gun. Imagine trying to sell that house. Every time a viewer came along and they're going, hold on, there's a shell hole in that wall, the roof's come off, and your garage is in rubble. And you're like, aye, but you ken the time. Obviously, I didn't have to worry about live shells causing damage because the guns pointed at Fife. Now, for the benefit of Ross Leslie and my other pals from Fife, that was a joke. Obviously, I'm going to need a lang spoon and a bulletproof vest to sup with Fifer in future. Now, the reason they fired the 1 o'clock gun in the first place was for the benefit of ship's captains down at the port in Leith. You see, ship's captains had to have an accurate record of the time. They had to know the times that the tides went in and out. More importantly than that, they had to be able to measure longitude. Now, I don't want to treat granny to suck eggs, but longitude is the imaginary line that runs round the world from the North Pole to the South Pole. And it's measured in 360 degrees of a circle. And zero longitude is that imaginary line that runs through Greenwich, hence Greenwich Mean Time. And obviously, the world turns every 24 hours. So if you travel west to a time zone that's exactly an hour behind Greenwich Mean Time, then you're at 15 degrees of longitude. 360 degrees of a circle divided by 24 hours. So if you want to measure longitude, you need to know the accurate time where you are, and you need to know the accurate time at Greenwich. Now, the thing was, back in the day, it was really difficult to get a timepiece that could accurately measure the time whilst you were at sea. Until in the mid-1700s, John Harrison came up with a clock that could accurately measure the time at sea. Now, if you want to see one of these original Harrison watches, Del Boy's got one in his lockup. This time next year, we'll all be millionaires. Alright? So, the 1 o'clock gun was in order for the ship's captains at Leith to have an accurate record of the time. Now, before they fired the 1 o'clock gun, what they used to do was they had a time ball over at the other side of Princes Street at the top of Carlton Hill, on top of the monument to Lord Nelson. They had a big spike, and just before 1 o'clock they would pull this big ball up to the top of the spike, and as the clock struck 1, they would drop the ball, and the ship's captains in the port of Leith would know it was 1 o'clock and they had the accurate time. The only problem with that was in Edinburgh, often gets foggy, and when that happened, they couldn't see the ball, and they had to send Sam the cabin boy away up to the top of Carlton Hill so that he could wait till the ball dropped, and then he would run all the way down to the ship 2 miles away in Leith, and by the time he got there, he'd forgotten what time it was. So that's why they started the 1 o'clock gun, so they'd have an audible signal rather than a visual signal. So there you go. Today, you now know about longitude. Obviously not enough to become a sailor, but enough to talk about at cocktail parties are in Edinburgh after all. And you also know that 1861, on this day in Scottish history, was the first time they fired the 1 o'clock gun. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like it, share it. Like and share my page, Scotland History Tours. And until the next time, I'm Fummey. Ta-ta!